By 1815, thousands of convicts were already living in New South Wales in makeshift huts, tents, and even cottages, mainly in the area that is still known today as the Rocks. In these early years, child convicts were not treated differently from the adults. Everyone had to find their own place to live. As the number of convicts increased, it was necessary to find a way to house them and to control their work hours. How do you think the colonial government responded to this problem? In 1817, Governor Macquarie commissioned the construction of Hyde Park Barracks to house unmarried male convicts working in government. Between 1819 and 1848, the barracks housed convict men and boys. It became the centre of administration of all the convicts in New South Wales. About 50,000 convicts eventually passed through the gates. This included many boys who slept in hammocks in the sleeping wards, ate in the mess halls, attended the barracks court when they misbehaved, and were sometimes punished there too. On arrival, they were given a set of clothing: a blue and white striped cotton shirt, white trousers, a blue jacket, a leather hat, and a pair of shoes. They were marked with the broad arrow, the sign of government property. This prevented items from being stolen or sold by convicts. Convict clothes were known as slops because they were sloppy. They were all one size and made for men, so they were probably too big for the boys. They might have had to make a pair of braces to hold up their trousers. Before dawn, the convicts were woken by the ringing of the barracks bell, and breakfast was served in the mess halls, a tasteless cornmeal porridge called hominy. Marching out in their gangs to the work sites around town, the convicts ate their main meal at 1 p.m, which consisted of a salty meat stew and bread. At sunset, they returned to the barracks for a sort of roll call called a muster, and to retire to their sleeping wards.
The convict boys that stayed at Hyde Park Barracks must have felt pretty scared and lonely without any of their family or friends around, and having to live among many older convict men. One 12-year-old boy, Dennis Finn, was lucky to have some protection because after he stole a cloak, he was transported to New South Wales together with his father, also named Dennis Finn. When they arrived in Sydney Cove in 1837, they were escorted to Hyde Park Barracks. That year, the barracks was more overcrowded than ever, with 1,700 convicts living here. Not to mention the hundreds of rats that scurried out from under the floorboards at night and climbed into the convicts' hammocks to nibble at their ears, noses and feet. Dennis didn't stay here long though. He was assigned to work on farms in rural New South Wales.